A short trial on this piece of granite that we have. So it's pretty straightforward, unfinished surface. I'm going to do some stripes on one side, stripes on another side, double, single, same type of things before. I love the way it goes on, really smooth. It sits on the surface a bit more, you can sort of see it on the reflection. But I think once it dries it's going to be beautiful. My first observation is that it does sit on the surface quite a bit more. It doesn't soak in as much. We might want to try at some point to use the product with the non-absorb there's a product specifically made for non-absorptive surfaces. Blah blah blah. 5 minutes later on this, it's still trying to dry. You can see it's still quite puddled up. Just a much harder surface. It's obviously not going to soak in the same way that it does on concrete. We'll see how that works. I've been here for a while now. I think we're going on close to an hour that I've waited for this to dry. Same thing in the studio. As per usual, it's cold and kind of damp in here. Anyway, I just wanted to point out, it seems to stain. It sits on the surface. This is almost dry. Not quite, but you can see over here. You can see where we've drawn on the surface of this thing. You can see the stripes; they're pretty visible. Let's see what happens when we get it wet. Okay, so back. This is dry. You can see, and this is some sort of a gum from a sticker that was on there, but you can see that it leaves a bit of a layer. It doesn't totally soak in. Now, I would like to try the other product that Louise has. It's the product designed for non-absorbent surfaces. I'd like to see how that goes, but I don't have it with me right now. Anyway, I've not done a double pass on it. I don't think there's any point on this one. But I'm going to check it out. I'm going to see what happens when I do pour the water over and see what the results are. And if I feel like a double pass is needed, then I'll do it. Oh, interesting. So the water's on there, but it soaks. Oh man, it depends on where I've done it. Like there's areas that are really penetrating well, and there's areas that aren't. So that's working very differently than the concrete. Yeah, really interesting. So there's a whole passage here that, despite the fact that that's where the most product sits, sort of right in that zone where it puddled, it seems to sort of be the least effective there. I don't know why that is. It was also the side that took way longer to dry, which could be could mean that there was some sort of product on the brick itself, like maybe there was some sort of other residue sitting there already. I'm not sure. I'll test it again in the morning and see what happens, and maybe even put another double coat up top. I will just play around with it and see what kind of results I get.